personal. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with South Florida's very own, by way of Nigeria, my main man, Raphael Akpejiori. What's up, man?
How you doing, my brother? Good to see you again.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Way too long. I just had a chance to watch you get some work in with Filip Hrgovic.
Yeah.
You know, you're a guy right now that, you know, you're the interesting part of your career. You know, I've seen you kind of fight in the club show scene, and you had the fight with Makhmudov that kind of fell through. I really wanted to ask you about that. What was the whole situation with Makhmudov, and why did it fall through?
Well, I don't want to go into details because, you know, there were a lot of parties involved. But contractually, the fight, what came after the fight was not beneficial to the future of my career. When my coach saw the terms, it wasn't something that we wanted to be a part of or were interested in. But we thought the fight was a very good fight. I actually saw myself winning the fight. Everybody saw, everybody that knows me, a lot of people don't know me, but everybody that knows me, you know, knew that I was going to win that fight. It was a perfect fight for me. And the opportunity was great. You know, we're going to fight for an NABF title and also a WBC silver. Technically, if you have the WBC silver, you're next in line to the Tyson Furies, the Deontay Wilder's, the Andy Ruiz's, and the guys that are in the top division. So, just in summary, the contractual terms of the fight were not beneficial to the future of my career. So we passed that along. But, you know, we hope that that opportunity will come again. And I know that it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, like with you, what's next for you? Because, you know, that fight fell through. You got anything lined up right now?
Right now we have a fight. We're going to be fighting January the 21st on Antonio Tarver Promotions in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
I think it's about 4 weeks from today. You know, we fight a tough opponent, a guy who's been around the block. I believe his name is Del Bone. We're training hard for it, as you saw today.
Yeah.
You know, Filip Hrgovic is helping me out with that preparation. So it's going to be good. After that, you know, we don't have everything lined up after that. We have to win. We have to take things one fight at a time. So when we fight that fight, we'll see what's next, and we go from there.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned sparring with Filip Hrgovic.
Yes.
You've been sparring with a lot of guys. Like I've been seeing you in Ukraine with Usyk.
Yes.
Was it Ukraine? Is that where
it was in Dubai.
Dubai. You're in Dubai.
Yes.
You're in Dubai with Usyk. You told me you were with Jared Anderson recently.
Yeah, I sparred with Jared Anderson on Monday. That was 2 days ago. I was in Houston. Actually, I was in Houston for vacation, and one of my boys told me that, hey, listen, there's a heavyweight down the line, Jared Anderson, if you want to get some work. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of my sparring stuff. I had to borrow things, including mouthpieces. I sparred with tennis shoes. It was the funniest thing ever. Well, Jared Anderson is actually very good. You know, his activity level. I thought I had activity level, but his activity level is on lock. You know, he's a smaller heavyweight, 6'3", very good reflexes, high activity, decent power. So he's a good heavyweight and he's a great contender.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, with you sparred Hrgovic today, and then you sparred Usyk and Anderson. Like all those guys are kind of like, you know, been rumored to fight each other. I'm not gonna ask for your prediction, nothing like that. But stylistically, what would you say was the difference between Usyk, Hrgovic, and Anderson?
Usyk is a fighting machine. He's the guy that made me realize that I could be heavyweight champion of the world. He's about the work. He puts in a lot of work. You know, throws a lot of punches. He goes from workout to workout to workout to workout. You know, he's an amazing hard worker. You know, I think his skill is the fact that the activity of work that he does. It's really not, you know, the technicalities of what he does, but it's more of the activity that he puts out. Anderson, I don't really have a lot of prediction because you know, he's good. He's pretty good. You know, his activity level is really high. Throws decent punches. He's young, so he has a lot of speed and reflex. Hrgovic is a big seasoned guy. Decent power. I think he's good also, you know. So those are the difference. And also I sparred Hrgovic like almost 100 times.
I know, because he's
you know,
kind of a local guy.
You know, I see him all the time, so I don't really have a lot of, you know, sometimes he gets the best of me, sometimes I get the best of him, you know, so there's really it's more of a tic-tac type deal. So it's not like I don't respect him, but I've seen him so much that I can't really tell you this is what he's good at, because some days he's great at this, another day he's good at that, another day he tries something that doesn't work out or tries something that works out. You know, that's the thing about Hrgovic. So these guys are all different and they're all good in their own respective ways.
With Usyk, right? Because is there anything that when you got in there with him that surprised you about him?
Not really. I mean, aside from the fact that he's southpaw, I mean, the only thing is that I know some of his weaknesses, but you know, he covers up his weaknesses with activity. You know, he will not stop throwing punches. He will throw the correct amount of punches. You know, despite the fact what happens in the ring, he will always bounce back and keep going. You know, I've seen him have really, really tough days in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, and he, you know, picked it up and, you know, kept going 15 rounds. With 5 different guys sometimes, and I'm talking about real horses of the heavyweight division. You know, I wouldn't say he had amazing days in the gym, but he had, you know, he had tough days in the gym where he always fought through. And I just did not see him I just did not see Joshua beating him in any planet because of the amount of work he put in. So, Usyk is just a very hard worker, and I want to get to a level where I work as hard as that on my craft.
No, absolutely. And you know, there's this knock in boxing about guys that come from other sports and start later. Like, you know, you were a very talented college basketball player, and I know you had that try with the Miami Dolphins and whatnot. Do you feel like maybe what people say is a negative for heavyweights is maybe a positive for you? Like you were proficient in other sports and that athleticism translates to boxing?
I don't know if the athleticism translates to boxing. I think that's a myth. Athleticism is really not. There are different athleticism in different sports. You know, basketball athleticism is different from boxing football athleticism. It's also different from boxing athleticism. Boxing is about, you know, really digging deep. In basketball, you can take a break, you can get a substitution. In football, it's more of a 6-second. You do activities every 6 seconds, and it's more of a vertical type of athleticism sprint. Basketball is more of a vertical.
Like explosive.
Vertically. Basketball, football is explosive horizontally. Boxing is really about digging deep, conditioning, you know, pushing through regardless of the situation. Defense, offense at the same time, you know, a lot of technique with punches, you know, a lot of mental. Trying to really, really impose your mental ability on the guy, you know, really, really noticing what he's doing, listening to everything, his breath, his eyes, his demeanor, you know. The only thing I'll tell you is that the fact that you're an athlete helps, because when you're going through the workouts, you don't have to worry about getting in shape, but everything else you have to learn. And it depends on how fast. I mean, there are a lot of football players that have failed at boxing.
Yeah.
There are lots of basketball players that have failed at boxing. It's not really about what you bring from the other sports. It's about what you do in the sport. You know, I've been boxing for about 6 years now. About six years now since the first day I got into the gym as a regular person. Being a pro for 4 years, and I dedicate 4 to 5 hours every day to boxing. You know, it's not a game. It's not a joke. You know, you really have to put in the work and get everything. Get things going for yourself. It doesn't help you that you're a former basketball player or you're a former football player. It's about the work that you put in. You know, like I said, a lot of people have come into boxing from other sports and they have absolutely failed. You know, it has nothing to do with the athleticism that you bring.
Okay. No, I figured I'd ask that question because, you know, I never asked anybody who, you know, came from that background about that, if they feel it's helped them or not, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hold you too much longer because I know you want to get up on out of here. But any final message you want to give to the boxing world about what you got going on?
I don't really have a lot of messages. Aside from the fact that I'm coming, and unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that's gonna sneak up on you without really knowing, because there's not a lot of me. Only the people that know me really know me well. And like my sister says, those who know me well, those who don't can go to hell. You know? So those who know me will know me well, and those who don't, it's a detriment to them. You know, because you unfortunately fight me, and you will see something that you've never seen before. So I'm grateful for the fact of being incognito, and that helps a lot. Because, you know, there's not a lot of negotiation and talk that goes into it. I just have to go in there, do my job, and keep it moving. So I'm happy.
That's it. Hit him with that African power.
Yeah, exactly. You know how that goes. You've seen it in first hand.
All right, Raphael Akpejiori, thank you for talking to True School Sports.
My pleasure, man. Take care of yourself.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.